Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are doing well today. This is Patrick Lee with Midweek Motivation Live. It's good to see y'all today. It's a little bit of a dreary day here in Amarillo, Texas. It's probably in the high 30s outside. We're supposed to get rain. We're predicting snow. Probably not today. So I'm actually out on location. I've been running some errands this morning and taking care of a little bit of business. We had some stuff going on that Dad needed to take care of, and that's part of what the fun is when you're doing a live show. So I'm sitting out here on a location today. Wanted to talk to you today a little bit about the history of the show, where we came from, where we're going, and how this may affect you and me in the future. Nothing major. I'm not going away. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Midweek Motivation Live, who we are, why we're here, where did we come from, what is the intent of the show, what are we doing, um, and give y'all a little bit more insight. Some of you may have been watching the show for a while. Some of you have just recently tuned in. Don't really know where the podcast came from, where it started. Love to see. We already have people in the studio, people already watching online, liking, loving the show. Midweek Motivation Live now on all major podcast platforms. Wherever you go to consume your podcast content, you can find Midweek Motivation Live with Patrick Lee. Search for it by that name. Also on YouTube, we have the Midweek Motivation Live YouTube channel. You can find us there as well. You'll see my pretty face on there. Midweek Motivation Live with Patrick Lee, the podcast channel. We upload the live videos to YouTube later in the day after it gets migrated out to all the major podcast platforms as well. I was doing some work yesterday and actually went back in and listened to a couple of episodes of the show. Excuse me, last week's show and a couple of shows previously, utilizing Buzzsprout, the website that we stream the show through to all the major podcast platforms. And just have to say, I got motivated myself all over again yesterday while I was doing some work with my ear pods in and listening to some episodes of the show. And I get tips and tricks, and I learn a lot about what's going on, and it helps me to know kind of how we're doing, how we're performing. Then I get analytics online as well. So digging into the show today, a little bit about the history of the show. Our show now being sponsored by Stellar. Midweek Motivation Live is now sponsored by Stellar CBD products. That's spelled STLLR. You can go to www.stellar.com. I'll put that link up in here in the banners on the show here shortly and let you know. And I was just notified by the company now sponsoring the show. We had announced that when you use the code Patrick20 to stellar.com, you'll get 20% off your first order. That's actually going to be off 20% off of all orders moving forward if you have utilized the Patrick20 code. You'll get 20% off as a gift of promotion for the show. And let's go ahead and get this saved, and we'll pump that up on the screen. Go to www.getstellar.com, use the code Patrick20. You will get 20% off of your orders at Stellar when you use that code. That is for guests and subscribers to Midweek Motivation Live with Patrick Lee only. Use the code, all caps, Patrick20, and you'll get 20% off Stellar CBD products. Yes, I use them. I have been using them for the last few weeks. Learning about the company, how the products work. I wanted to make sure it's something that works for me and that it may work for you as well. The products include numerous things like topical roll-ons, stick products with the CBD product in it, warming roll-on, a cooling roll-on, gummies. They have tincture for your pets if your pets suffer from anxiety or sleep problems, nervous issues, possibly. They even have a product that'll help your pets. A lot of you that watch the show have fur babies that you love, and Stellar.com has products for your pets as well. They have incorporated some mushroom products and CBG products as well into their CBD formulations to have products that will help you with everything from sleep issues. If you have trouble falling asleep, relaxation, nerve anxiety, intimacy issues. It could be a numerous things. If you need energy and focus, Stellar has a product for that. If you need relaxation, Stellar has a product for that. I am using the gummies, the cooling roll on, the stick warming heat up um, stick as well. And I actually need to put some more on my wrist today. I was doing some manual labor yesterday and I need to roll some on my wrists. I have thin wrists. What can I say? And when I roll that on or rub that stick on, it does help me. I feel the benefits from that. It's 100% pure strains of CBD originated in Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, where these products come from. Stellar.com, Stellar CBD products, Stellar products from Stellar people. Can't say enough about them. Use my code, get a discount, 20% off. That's amazing. So where did Midweek Motivation Live come from? I'm a real estate agent here in Amarillo, Texas. I was part of a team of agents, had moved into a brand new office, had about 8 agents on the team, and we had a coach. One of my team leaders had a coach, a young kid from Cincinnati, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio area, Nick Krim, and that's a shortened version of his name. Those of you that know Nick Krim will know who he is. And he was a coach, social media coach, and we did some Zoom calls with this guy. And he went around the room and was asking us things that motivated us. What were we interested in? Topics that might allow us to get motivated to get out in front of the public more as real estate agents, because it's not always the best real estate agent that wins. It's the best marketer that wins. It's not always the best realtor that wins, but it's the best copycat that wins, or the best advertiser that wins. If you can market yourself to the right crowd enough consecutively, you can become successful. If you are honest and you truly care about people, that will come through in your personality when you're talking to people. So the secret to my success really was I needed to be in front of more people more often. And the way to do that, this young 26-year-old guy told me, is video. Video is the future of marketing. You need to be online. You need to be where the people are, and the people are online. So I took that coaching from Nick, and he'd said, "What do you like to do?" And I said, "I really just care about people. I want to find a way to help people, motivate people, let them know they're not alone in life, in this journey, in their walk, and that there is hope for them, there is help for them, and there are other people out there that would be willing to link arms with them, help them along the way, and let them know that they're not alone." And he said, "That's amazing. I wish more people felt like you." He goes, "You need to get that message out to other people. So you need to start doing live videos, Patrick Lee." And I would do videos, walkthrough videos of a home we had listed. I may be doing an open house and I do a video. I used to be on radio, so I'm comfortable in front of a microphone. I'm not uncomfortable at all in front of a camera. I kind of like it. I'm not a camera hog, but I'm not afraid of doing that. And to my benefit, I was able to start doing videos without being afraid. And I just go live just like I did today. Most of the shows you see recorded are set in the studio. I do have a teleprompter for a lot of my scripts. I have started using a teleprompter app, which helps me when I put the show together. I also use AI apps to help me arrange my thoughts and write them a little bit more intelligently. Yes, we do, just like a TV show. Midweek Motivation Live today is 100% free. So unscripted, and you'll get to understand that this is me. This is the real live, raw version. And I'm not afraid of the microphone. I'm not afraid to speak to people. I love you guys, and I appreciate it so much that you come back to watch the show. So we put the show together. I arrange my thoughts on the topic, and you will find that sometimes the topics overlap or are repeated. If you watch any major podcast, listen to a podcast, or watch any of the major thought leaders, motivational speakers, paid speakers, you will see that if they have a recurring show, you will see that a lot of the ideas are recurring. Because if I taught you one show in one show, I taught you that you needed If I told you one time that you needed to get your thoughts under control and I never mentioned it again, how many of you would take that note, write it down, and commit it to memory? I need to capture my thoughts daily. I need to be in control of my emotions. If I did a show on emotional health, would I just need to do that to you one time? No. We learn by hearing and hearing and hearing. We learn as humans by a lot of time by repetition. We can't commit things to memory one time and it be there forever. There are some people that can do that. I'm not one of them, and I don't know that you are either. So we need to be reminded of these things regularly. So a lot of the people that I listen to, I will even look at the topic and I'm like, okay, they're talking about that again, and it's been about 2 months. They brought that topic back up. I need to be reminded about that topic. It could be anything like getting your calendar under control, right? You teaching people how to treat you. So you'll see recurring themes on the show from time to time that help keep us in front of your mind. To gather market share, you need to gather mind share first. If you're not in front of the people who are looking for something that you have to offer, they're going to go to the person that is. If you have relationship that we talk about on the show repeatedly, if you have relationship and that relationship is strong, it will be enough to cause that person to think the thought of what they need and call you, right? Because of relationship. So we teach relationship hard and heavy on this program. This is about teaching you to have success in every area of your life. And for us to do that, we have to teach you these concepts. So I started out doing a little motivational blurb, 10 or 15 minutes in the beginning, and I would change up the topics. I would put on maybe I might dress in something that was period to the holiday that was up. And it was fun. We started doing things that wasn't really a topic, it was just me talking, and the show started to grow and people started to listen and started to comment. And then as I grew, the show started to grow. I hired a marketing company. They created backgrounds and overlays. They branded the show. They created an intro video and exit video for me that you see at the beginning of the show. And now we have other assets, media assets that we have that we can put in here that brand the show, that incorporate our logos and business into the show at the beginning and the end as well. And now we have gone in the last few months. The show has gone to the point to where we are now a full-fledged podcast. It just used to be a motivational video, right? We turned it into an official podcast a couple years ago, and we utilize a streaming service, StreamYard, that you're watching me on right now, which is a live streaming service. It allows me to simulcast the show to two different social media platforms, that being Facebook and LinkedIn right now. We download the show, upload it through a website called Buzzsprout. Those of you that are interested in starting a podcast, we use the website called Buzzsprout. You can upload the show and your graphics and media, and it will upload it or migrate it out to all the major podcast platforms that are out there: Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, numerous other areas. Anywhere you consume your podcast content, you can find Midweek Motivation Live. Then we upload it to the Midweek Motivation Live YouTube channel later that day, and you can watch the live video, the recording of the video on YouTube. A lot of people love to watch YouTube. So we are trying to get the message out to as many people in as many ways as we can. Why? Why are we doing this? That's a good question. Is it marketing? Yes. Is it advertising? Yes. Do I have a genuine concern for other people? Absolutely. Some of you know, when I was a kid, we were not popular kids. We were not wealthy kids. We went to a small Pentecostal church in a little Oregon town, a fishing village on the west coast of Oregon. And I was very introverted. I was the fourth of five children. I was picked on by siblings and schoolmates, classmates. And I just determined as I grew up, I didn't want anyone else to feel the way I felt. And that didn't really become a call of mine until I started doing these and realizing that I can help other people that may be thinking the same thoughts. And as I'm trying to grow a business, there are hurdles that I have to jump over, obstacles that I come up against that I need help with. And if someone has helped me, I can learn a lesson on how to overcome that. Wouldn't it be good for me to share that with other people as well? We should be looking always to reach a hand forward to grab onto the new that is good for us. But at the same time, our other hand needs to be reaching out behind us and grabbing that next person and helping them come along too, right? A great leader helps those people come along with them. And that really became sort of the clarion call of Midweek Motivation Live. I want to help other people. I want them to know that they're not alone in their journey, in their struggles. In it could be in their mental health issues, it could be in their relationship struggles, financial struggles, speaking struggles, learning how to utilize social media struggles. There are numerous things that people struggle with. And if I have one nugget of wisdom that I can share with you, I want to do that. And there are so many people that I brought onto the show in the past that know more about these topics than I do. We've had amazing shows in the past. Some of my favorite shows, Cody Blair and Gina, his wife. One of the first interviews I did with them on another page, Amarillo Community Spotlight, was interviewing the owners at Fire Slice Pizza and learning how to do interview videos. But then one of the favorite shows we did on Midweek Motivation Live was with Cody. We talked about tribal relationships and how that works in help growing your business. And then another show with Cody and Jody Holland, an amazing public speaker who's written so many books on mindset and getting your mindset right and your spirit right and learning how to help other people. An amazing speaker, paid speaker, travels all over the country and does great shows. I've had Lisa Blake on the show, the director of leadership, Amarillo and Canyon, a program I'm currently going through now after a few years. She finally got me into her program. And we talked about how the loss of one of her daughters to drug addiction, how it changed her life, and how she can speak and travel and help teach other people how to overcome these obstacles in life. We've had Ty Garrett on, the sensei, the leader, the teacher at Extreme Martial Arts, a world champion in mixed martial arts, kickboxing, has the belt around his waist and has had that for many years. And we talked about mindset, motivation, and discipline. One of the most popular shows that's been downloaded more than most of the shows we have, and that was the show with Ty Garrett. We've had speakers like Bob Goshen, who has the It's Time podcast, a wonderful motivational speaker, great man of God. Another favorite show was Jason McCutcheon, the football coach and pastor from Austin, Texas, and him and his giant size and mohawk and looks, and we talked about love. It's one of the best shows. Jason said, I said, what do we want to talk about? What do you want to do when you come on the show? What do you want to talk about? He said, I want to talk about love. And it's incredible. So many responses. People have reached out in the past and said, hey, man, the show is helping me. I come back and I watch every week. Thank you. I share the show with other people. The last few weeks, I've been running analytics, and the show gets shared about a half a dozen times every week. We'll get people that share the show. Sometimes we do a giveaway, like, love, share the show, and that helps. I have a book on the way now that we ordered a couple of weeks ago for one of the people that were watching and immediately shared the show. I think that should be arriving in their mailbox any day, and I'm excited about that. We've given away a lot of books to people that watch the show when we do a book show. Where are we going with the show? What are we going to do? My intent for the show is continue doing a lot of what we already do, but to incorporate more guest speakers. I believe that the guest speaker shows do get more downloads. I have a limited amount of knowledge on a certain amount of topics, and many of them I can research, many of them I have experienced, and it has helped me to become a better speaker on them. And as the show progresses, I continue to learn as well as I teach you. One of the best ways to learn a topic is to teach it, right? So as we start learning these topics and start teaching these topics, as I speak it, it goes into my own ears. it goes into my own brain and my own spirit, and I learn along. So I'm on this journey with you. Midweek Motivation Live is helping me become a better person as I share these same topics with you. But there is a limit to my knowledge and my motivational skill. And most of you that watch the show know that. You probably love me because of that, and me because of my honesty. And I do want to help you. And I hope that comes through in the way I speak with all of you. But I want more people that have more knowledge to be able to share into you, to pour into you the things that have helped them become more successful in every area of their life as well. We've had people that own a bagel shop on the show. I've interviewed people that have been scientific archaeologists. Don Schminka on the show has written many books, best-selling books. Graduated from Harvard. A great show. Was it right up my alley and everyone's alley? No, but we had a lot of people that commented that were interested in that archaeology mindset that he has. Excuse me, a scientific archaeological mindset actually brought us into that tribal learning and tribal concept of living, cohabitating, that we have had in the past for thousands of years. And it was interesting, and a lot of people like that. So I've collaborated with other people that have podcasts on the show and learned a little bit more about podcasting and motivation in their line of work. And those things are great for show topics. But leave me some comments below. Thank you for the people that are watching. I'm getting a lot of likes and loves popping up on the screen. So please share things that you would like to see. Cody says, buy good wine and you win. That's right. That's a great topic. Thank you. I have cough drops with me. Yes, I know. I cooked breakfast. Those of you watching live, I go to his church in Amarillo, Texas. We had a men's breakfast Saturday morning at the church. And so I run the cooking team. I put together a team of guys, and we cook bacon, eggs, sausage, gravy, biscuits, all of the things. And we cooked, and the vent hood in the church's kitchen doesn't suck all of the smoke out. And it was about 18 degrees out Saturday morning at 6 a.m. And we had one of the doors open with a fan, but we were having to cook bacon, about 20 pounds of bacon indoors in the church kitchen. And I am smoked out. I tell you what, I breathed in so much bacon grease and bacon smoke. I have been coughing now for 3 days. But I'm on the mend. I believe that I'll be over it soon. Hey, the church smells amazing, by the way. If you want to come to church and it smells like bacon, come to his church for the next couple of weeks and you'll say, hey, the spirit smells like bacon. I love this place. But we had a great turnout that day. About 80 guys came and they heard the gospel. They got a great message and they were encouraged as well in their walk with the Lord. So I will be sucking on a couple of cough drops, Cody. Thank you, Marlene, Gina. Thank you guys for watching. But that's where the show is going. I want to have more speakers on here that can help you in and give you some enlightenment in other areas maybe that we have not talked about. I do want to continue growing the YouTube channel as well. Please go to the Midweek Motivation Live channel, subscribe to that. The only way for us to really grow that is through subscribers and likes on YouTube. The more people that we get involved in that, the more people that share the show, the faster the show can grow. And that's, I'm not just trying to grow the show because I can get monetized. You have to have 10,000 followers to get monetized on YouTube. Okay. Will we ever get there? Who knows? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. It would be wonderful if we did. But I've been doing this now for 5 years for absolutely free. I receive no compensation for the show. I am just now have received my first sponsor, and that is Stellar CBD Products. Love those guys. Go get you a 20% discount on their products. But I've been doing this for all of you for free because I love you guys. And I know that as I grow and help you grow, I grow. Then I help you grow and I grow. So this is an important endeavor to me. It may have started out just as something to get my face in front of more people. I was having lunch with some lenders and my team and some lenders this week, and we talked about that. Um, how did the show come about? And that's what they asked me about. Well, why do you do this and how did it start? And I said, as a young middle-aged white guy, there are many things online that we compete with. And as a realtor, as an insurance agent, as a home builder, as a roofer, as a makeup lady, whatever it is that you are online promoting. If you are promoting a product or a service, you're competing with a couple of things, and mainly now, unfortunately, it's dance videos, and it's scantily clad girls wanting to be influencers who use their bottle, who are utilizing their body to do that, and puppies and kittens and nature videos. And if you want to gain any traction online where the people are, you have to put out something that genuinely helps people. They can see through what you're doing and know if you're genuine or not. And genuine organic content is always better than contrived, trendy things. So I'm not just following trends, but I truly want to help people. I want the show to grow. Cody says, I have an idea. Let's talk about it at lunch. Fire Slice Pizza is a wonderful place to talk about business ideas at lunch. Hundreds of people do that every Wednesday. So I'll be there again today, and we will talk about it. I love that. But that's, now you kind of have an overview. The show started as a way for me to get my face in front of more people, and I did it by utilizing or talking about things that were important to me, that helped me in my life and maybe could help you too. We've done it by incorporating a lot of other people on the show, and I want to incorporate more and more live guests on the show. That's where the show is going. We will be finding more and more ways to promote the show and get it out there. As the show grows, more resources will be needed to make that happen. But I'm committed to doing that. For those of you that watch the show and share the show, like, love, and share all the time, I appreciate it. And that's literally where we're going to be going. It's going to be business as usual, but we're not going anywhere. We're just moving forward. We're just going higher and higher and higher on the Midweek Motivation Live journey. I thank you guys for coming along with me on the journey. It's been great so far for the last few years, and I just look at expanding it to newer and greater heights in the future. I appreciate all of you guys so much. I will talk to you soon. Until then, remember this: courage begins at the end of your comfort zone. Go out there and get uncomfortable today. Go outside of that box you've been living in. Share the show with somebody and say, hey, man, I'm not a motivational speaker, but I know someone who is. Maybe this will help you. And just share the show with them. Copy the link and share the show. It'll be good for you. You'll feel better about yourself when you do. And you'll be more courageous. Remember, if you're interested in CBD products, a pure strain, wonderful, organic, non-GMO, gluten-free CBD product, maybe you've been trying a product that hasn't worked for you, take a look at Stellar, STLLR. Use the code Patrick20 to get 20% off of all of your orders at Stellar. Until next time, this has been your host, Patrick Lee, with Midweek Motivation Live. I love you. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.